Welcome back to another adventure, fellow foragers. This time I'm joined by Chef Mike Robinson as we gather honey from the bees on the farm, go foraging and spearfishing off the beautiful South Devon coast, and cook up an epic seafood feast on the beach to enjoy with the family. Stay tuned for the action. So this video actually starts with some land foraging as we head to some hives which are on my family farm, and Mike helps me collect some of the honey from these hives. As well as enjoying this honey with the family, we will also use some of it for the cook-up with the seafood.
Let's do this. Oh, I tell you what, these are very good quality. This is called a top board. Everything's glued hard down because it's been a long time since anyone's looked at these.
I've never seen in one of these before.
It's very cool.
It's very cool.
So I'll be able to tell you in 1 minute when you've got some honey. This is called a top board, crown board. Full of capped honey, absolutely, completely full of beautiful, perfect honey. See the white? Smell it. Go in there and smell it, Joe. These are clever, beautiful bees. So beautiful.
It smells sweet and juicy.
It's amazing. I don't have this at home. You are so blessed. That's completely full, perfect capped honey.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to take this whole top frame away with us. Actually, sorry, look at that for a frame of honey. Take that.
Oh my gosh.
Take that and put it in the plastic.
Oh my goodness.
Either.
Just once, all along like this. Is that any good?
Yeah, lovely. And then, if you can't get the edges, just use the corner to scratch them up. You just scratch them, just open up the cells so the honey can come out. The bees will rebuild the cells.
Spinning the honey on the frames.
You ready?
Yeah.
Delish. See down there between the two symbol.
After an afternoon of honey collecting, the next day we are very, very excited to hit the water and go foraging for crabs, lobsters, and hopefully do a little bit of spearfishing as well. The conditions are absolutely fantastic. So we've made it to what I consider to be an epic foraging location. You may be wondering what makes an epic foraging location, and really one of the things I look for is areas where you have quite an isolated structure with lots of sand around it. And what that means is fish or lobsters or crabs will be drawn to this or concentrated in the structure. So here we've got fingers of rock up against the coast, and then around that is just sand. And another really important thing, especially for crabs and lobsters, is they like to be able to access their holes easily. So having the sand around and the gullies enables them to go out hunting for clams and then come back, whatever it is they've been scavenging for, and go into their holes. So we're going to jump out here, and hopefully first of all we'll find some lobsters, maybe some crabs, but who knows. I waste no time and start hunting, diving down to the base of these jagged fingers of rock, looking for lobsters. I swim into this cave here and see the telltale sign of a lobster, an antenna sticking out from the edge of this crack. Often when lobstering, just looking for these antennae is enough to know there's a lobster there. I swim up and find a crevice and see the back of his tail. Hand in there, but lobsters are amazing at sensing when things are behind them, and this one gives me the slip.
get back into it though, finding the edge of the rocks where it meets the sand, scanning, looking for crevices, cracks, caves, any shelter that might harbour the lobsters. Before long, I come across this awesome cave with a kind of deep recess. I see a lobster. Reach in with the hook. I'm able to sort of get the hook around the lobster's centre of gravity, hook it behind the claw, tug him into this gap, reach in, just managed to get some fingers round the tail. Just grasping him, managed to work him out of this crevice. Very good start, very happy with that lobster.
Yes!
Battle.
It was a battle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well done, Joey. That is a proper lobster, right? Dude, you've done brilliantly. Can I have a little look at him?
Yeah, of course. Don't let go of him.
Don't worry. What a belter. The colour of that.
So one lobster in the bag. Barclay's just called me over and found a textbook lobster in a lovely cave. I'm going to go down with Chef Mike. We're going to see if we can extract him.
I dive down here with Chef Mike to investigate. You see this lobster here in this little cave. I decide to try and get the hook into the side to see if there's an exit hole I can push the hook into to coax the lobster out, but he doesn't budge. In the end, I decide to get the hook right in alongside the lobster, very slowly, and tickle him out that way, working the hook behind the tail. The lobster comes shooting out. I'm able to grab its carapace and secure another awesome lobster.
What a belter.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's probably the dream right there, isn't it, Joe?
Look at that.
Look at the meat in that. Well done for finding that, Barclay.
Barclay, you had a great find.
Yeah.
But that's teamwork makes the dream work.
We're eating well this evening, boys.
And that's only just the start.
You know we have a mile swim back to the boat though. Where is the boat?
Dude. So, about 1 hour in the water has produced 2 beautiful lobsters. We have one female and one male lobster. This one here is the male, and this one here is the female. And the first thing you notice is the tail on the female lobster, much wider. You can see it flares out, whereas the male lobster is much thinner and it doesn't flare out. And that's because she would carry eggs under here. But the most different feature is these last pair of swimmerettes here. So these here are called the swimmerettes under the tail. On the female lobster, these are feathery and soft. They're just like feathers. On the male, they are hard
And bony.
and that's what the male uses to reproduce on the female, like so. So that's the difference between a male and female lobster.
And I thought lobster sex is quite hazardous.
Yeah, it is.
So this is the dream really from a chef's point of view, is a beautiful lobster, easily well, more than legal, way more than legal, like big strong lobsters, but most importantly mature enough, full of beautiful fat meat, plump. Thank you, there we go. Off for scallops.
Yeah, let's do it.
Brilliant. Just hang on the Jesus line, man.
To get scallops, we motor a couple of 100 meters out to sea, where the current is pulling quite strong. So that's the point of the Jesus line here. We chuck a line out the back with a float on, which we can hang on to. And for safety, we're diving in buddies. So we're going down together. And we also have my friend Ollie, who's got his hooker. He's hooked up to an air supply, and he offered to do some filming for me, which was pretty awesome. You can see we go down here together, Ollie filming my entire dive for the scallops. As I descend in the poor visibility, my fin kicks get less and less until eventually I stop kicking altogether, free fall very slowly to the bottom, conserving energy and also much safer to approach the bottom very slowly, especially in this poor visibility. I have accidentally left my weight vest on, which means I'm a bit overweighted for diving in where we are here. We're in about 14 meters of water, so I'm a little bit heavy, but I'm still able just to use my fingertips to pull myself along the bottom here, conserving energy and scanning to see where these scallops are hiding in the murk. After a minute or so on the bottom, I'm able to gather 4 or so scallops. I know the chef's going to be very happy with these. I'm very excited to see how he cooks them. After scalloping, we head back in, but en route we stop off at a pinnacle, which I know always holds bass at this time of year. It's quite shallow, in about 6 meters of water. I jump overboard and get ready, descend down into the kelp beds.
Right under us now. Joe?
In the poor visibility here, the technique is to just stick to the bottom, dive into the kelp and wait. Really, you want one of these bass just to swim across the front of the gun. Just like that. Always brain and bleed the bass, push the knife up here into the brain, and then I cut the membrane between the gills and the fish to bleed it out. Having seen a big school of bass, I reload and decide to descend back down to the pinnacle, see if I can secure one more, take my bag limit. We have a lot of mouths to feed today. This time it takes a little longer for the school to come in. I'm perching on this kind of kelpy boulder, waiting for the fish to swim across the front of my gun. I can only make small movements. Any large movements with the gun is going to spook the school away. After some time, some decent sized bass swim from left to right. I'm able just to sneak the spear past this smaller one into a better sized fish at the back of the school.
One was a perfect headshot, the other one was just behind the gill plate. But yeah, they're all about this size. Lovely schooly fish, 3-pounders, so great eating. Quick 10-minute bonus. Look at that. So we've had an epic foraging adventure. We've been on the water for about 8 hours. We've ditched the boat on the mooring and we've come to the beach for a cook-up. Lobsters, a couple of last-minute bass. We have dozens of scallops and family coming down too. Thank you so much, Chef Mike, for doing some cooking today on the beach. It's amazing to have a professional TV chef here. Some epic food.
It's so cool to have ingredients like this. but there's so much work goes into getting them. You know, you see this on YouTube in 12 minutes or 14 minutes, but the reality is it's 8 hours of diving with 3 or 4 people going at it non-stop, looking in every cave along the coastline, rejecting 9 out of 10 lobsters because they're just too small.
Too small, soft shells. Obviously, I mean,
it's great. Well done. This is going to be amazing, tasty and delicious. We need to get a fire going.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Seabass, yeah.
Can you get me dressed and go in like
He's on an adventure.
he is on an adventure. Good lad.
Slip-on muscle is that there. So left hand like that, with the curve of it pointing down, slide in, and then you will hit the first time every time. You'll hit that muscle and it'll cut straight open.
Yep. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, chef. This is what it's all about, is learning. That's awesome. Yeah.
This little sliver of white meat here on top, you want to keep that if you're in a domestic environment. And if you do 30, you get some beautiful for scallop sashimi there, out of what would otherwise be wasted.
Scallop. How much?
I love that. So good. So if you cut with a knife across that nasty little bit of black guts there, and then you pull, the frondle comes away with it like that in a wanna. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Butter, lime juice, soy. Final ingredient, ginger.
Chili.
Chili.
Okay, little cheating here.
Yeah. I think we've worked hard enough today. I think we deserve to use some pre-chopped ginger and chili. This honey.
So look, go in tight on this. Look at this.
Scrape it off.
Yeah, go on.
Make sure that pan isn't there.
Yeah, we don't want any more than that. That's lovely. Oh, your finger in.
So this honey is from about 100 yards as the crow flies. Chef Mike actually harvested the honey yesterday and span it. It's going with the scallops. Absolute sensation.
Right.
These are pretty fresh. These were swimming an hour and a half ago.
Straight down the middle. Sitting that the other way. It's good. Now open them up. That's it. No, it's, yeah.
Soy sauce. Lime.
Beautiful. A little bit of ginger. This is really for steam, this bladder rack, so
Yeah.
we're just going to now wrap him and be a bit neater together. Bring that over and round. And here we've got chili, soy, ginger, honey, garlic, butter. And that's our little cheeky marinade. We're going to put it on the scallops and the lobsters. So let's close them up and let's get grilling some lobsters.
You don't argue with the when you really.
Yeah, they won't be.
Try to get
really want to do that.
my portion control right. Look at that. I mean,
This is restaurant grade.
I think it is.
This is restaurant grade, yeah. I mean, and I'm talking the finest restaurant.
throw a little coriander over it. Done deal.
Should we go for a scallop?
Mate, eat a scallop, they are. And the fact that we've used the scallops from there, the honey from those almost abandoned hives, that was still healthy and living after 15 years, amazing. This sauce is emulsified with the butter. Oh,
That's really quite special. Absolutely delicious.
they really
Soy
are.
sauce and butter, kind of.
With the
your
ginger
taste
and the
bud-
chilli.
Your taste buds don't know what to do. I'm just enjoy.
Unreal.
Here we go. This is the official toddler taste test of scallop with soy sauce. Do you want some? Do you want some? Really? Let's give you a bit. You want some? Georgie? He's let me down. George, do you want to try some? Go on then. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Yep.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Thumbs up from George.
Some for the cameraman.
Oh man, those scallops.
Come on. Chef. Reams? Can a piece?
Come on, Rooney, it's lovely.
Are they alright?
Yes. Good boy. He's a bit camera shy. Go on then, George. Gobble that down. Sorry, Barkley, we're taking yours.
George, do you want a bit of sauce, Beth? Do you want to dunk it in the sauce?
Good?
Yeah. I know how to eat it because it's too big.
Too big.
Get it in, you boy.
Very lucky to have such big scallops. Yum, yum, yum.
Also an old lobster.
Guys, what's close on our hand?
Nice one then.
Once you focus
Like that in there.
Another scallop?
thinking about
Yeah.
worrying about.
I
Go and
want
ask Barkley, he's right, he'll give you one.
What do you think? What does it taste like?
Then I'm looking and then suddenly you
tasting
go,
like
oh,
honey.
you're right,
Wow.
45
Do you want to try some lobster as well? Want some lobster?
kilos away.
Yeah.
There you go, try that.
All of the lobster.
Have some more then.
All of it.
That'll get you going.
Right, I just want to film Mum.
Sharers, but
There are rooms. Smile for mummy. Smile for mummy now. Ready? Oh, there it goes. Mummy.
Yeah.
Delicious. A bit more.
Oh.
Right. What do you think, Chloe?
Daddy, like it. Daddy.
Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure. I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you again, Chef Mike, for coming down and showing us how it's done. We all had an awesome day, and I look forward to bringing you the next one. Cheers.